Hello there and welcome back. Francois from howtobecomemore.com. Today, my dear heart-centered and service-driven business friends, let's talk about a topic that's going to help you in many aspects of your life and business more specifically. See, when we're talking about business, we want to have, if we're talking about service business, there is this word called a balance sheet. But the balance sheet is for numbers for the business. I'd like to introduce you to a document that is a lifesaver. Some of you might have heard about it before, but sometimes older ideas are still good ideas because they've standed the test of time. What am I talking about? Our old friend Ben Franklin. A Ben Franklin balance sheet. And so, with this, whenever you need, as a small business owner, a service business, or someone that's heart centered and service driven, what is it that you can do for a certain and specific decision? You don't know. There's some ambivalence. And you and I both know that when we don't know when to decide, should I do this? Should I do that? We're wasting time. We're losing momentum. And when we lose momentum, what happens? When we hit a wall, we have less momentum and that wall might stop us. So we cannot afford to lose momentum. So we want to make decisions quickly. One of the best ways, as I said, and the old ways, is the Ben Franklin balance sheet. So at the top, you put the title of the question that you have, and then you list all the negatives about it. Be honest about them. Don't say, "Oh, I want this," and just do a little bit of the negative ones. Be honest about it and think. Take your time and think about it, and then list the positive one. If this is the case and there's more here, well, then this one is going to win. But it's as you're going like this and it keeps going and going, then you will know, taking your emotions out of it, and then you tabulate and it says, this is what I do. There's more positive than negative, therefore I'm going forward with it. That's one of the ways to look at it. Of course, have different aspects. There's more complexity to a business, but let me tell you, this is going to get you back on track really fast. That Ben Franklin balance sheet, that document is a lifesaver, a time saver, and enables us to, what I tell to all my clients is when you're like this, and then you have boundaries of what you want to do, and you start to deviate, you need to bring yourself back in. And sometimes it's the questions that we ask ourselves, not knowing exactly what we're going to do next. Ben Franklin balance sheet is one of the best ways to get a decision fast going and to keep the momentum. As you all know, I love that saying of God cannot steer a parked car. Therefore, keep moving. If you're going in the wrong direction, you'll be able to go into the right direction because you have momentum. The worst thing you want to do facing a decision you're not sure is to stop. When you're stopped, by definition, you're stuck because you're not moving. Any type of decision and movement, you're unstuck now. And one of the best ways to do it fast is that Ben Franklin balance sheet. I invite you to look at it closely and do it for family life, business life, partner's life, sports, decision, trips, vacation time. This Ben Franklin balance sheet permeates many aspects of our lives to help us get traction and do things much faster. I invite you to do it, and I invite you to subscribe to the channel. You know what to do. There's a bell, ring that bell, subscribe to the channel so you can be notified, and put a thumbs up on it so more people can find out about these great information. Don't forget, if you're ever in a business and you're stuck, when you're stuck, that's not the place to be. We want to keep going and keep growing. And one of the fastest way to do this is take action. And when we're not sure, another one of my favorite word is chunk it down. That's a story for another video at another time. But chunk it down if it's too big. And then chunk it down in many questions and write those questions at the top. You can have many balance sheets in front of you. These will help you to grasp a new understanding and take it away from our heads. Think, think about it. Sometimes here we are thinking about things and our mind is flashing all over the place. Why is that? Because in here, and for you in here as well, everything is not linear. It's all over the place. It's complex. It's more than 3Ds. It's 4Ds. And sometimes it's downright confusing. Therefore, bringing order to this is using this little thing right here. Bob Proctor, my mentor, always used to say that he wrote his life with this. This is a life changer. What do I mean by this? If you take the thoughts that you have here and you put them on paper, I have a remarkable, if you put them on paper and you write them down, it takes it from here to here. Once it's there, then you can logically look at it in a more efficient way. Because as you're looking at it here, then it starts to make sense because it's no longer all over the place. It's more linear. And linear is easier to deal with than 3D and conceptual for most people, anyways. Maybe for you, it is for me. As you can tell, we always have some great information. Stay tuned and find out how heart-centered, service-driven people and businesses can grow by subscribing to the channel and ringing the bell so you can be notified every time a new video comes out for tips to help you succeed. And give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so they too can find out how the Ben Franklin balance sheet can help them make better decisions faster to get clarity into their lives. I know that life sometimes is complicated, but it doesn't need to be if we have tools necessary to help us make it happen. And this is one of the easiest, simplest tool that you can do. But use your pen and paper. Take it out of here and put it in front of you. Once you do that, you feel much better. And you see, I just said you feel much better. And it's the key feeling to accomplishing things. Let's make a contrast right here. If at some point you say, oh, I don't know what to do. How do you think it's a resourceful state that I'm in right now to make a decision? I'm not sure, really. If you ever stuck in this, snap out of yourself. Says, what would Francois do? Oh, yes. Put a smile on your face. Yeah, that's number one. Number two, get that pen and start writing things down so you can get it out of there. There's fog in here. When we're confused, it's not working the way we want. And so putting it on paper, it deletes the pressure that we have. It releases it in a way that it's better. And then we want to organize our thoughts. Ben Franklin balance sheets is one of the best ways to organize those thoughts and make a decision. Is it the end all be all of things? No, it's not. But it certainly ranks up there when you want to make quick decisions, which any business people should do. How? Having clarity. When you're clear on what you want to do, the decisions come easier. And when it gets harder, go see my friend Ben Franklin and do that balance sheet to help you to accelerate, get unstuck. And as you find things, this is the last point here. Take action. If this is what it says to do it. Bruno Morris, a good friend of mine, just mentioned something this week that I thought was amazing. Listen to this very closely. When you're seeking for opportunity and you see an opportunity you like, jump before fear grabs you. I'll say that again. When you're seeking for opportunities or things to go better, and you see an opportunity that, of course, ticks off all the boxes, and maybe you do a Ben Franklin on that opportunity as well, and you say, yes, it's good, jump before fear grabs you. If you leap before fear grabs you, you're going to actually gain momentum. If you don't, fear is going to grab you and hold you, and then you can't move. And when you can't move, what's the definition again? You're stuck. And when you're stuck, nothing happens. Actions creates reactions. Actions create reactions. But before we act, we need to think and feel. And this is what it helps you to do. So make sure that you remember that when there's an opportunity that you like that checked off all the boxes, leap before fear catches you. Because if it catches you, you're not moving. These are simple things, but they're wonderful things. Let's not complicate our lives. And make sure that you, if not already done so, register and subscribe to this YouTube channel and ring the bell so you can get more notification of other, and then give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends because they need it as well. I appreciate you. I thank you for taking this time, valuable time that you've taken. But let me tell you, on the balance sheet, you've invested in the right place because you're investing in you. And that's what matters most in order to serve others. This is Francois from howtobecomemore.com. And until next time, make it a wonderful day. In the description below, there's different links that you can explore and find out more about possibilities in your life. Until next time, make it a good one. Bye now.